This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Saints' 40-yard line.
Come on, 180, and Randall. QB's traps. Let's go. Bravo. I want to work.
Again, it's Cohen. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check 52. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. We're good. We're good. Line 4. Ready.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Cohen. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run. This is Kamara, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 18. They're going to need some therapy. Hey, wahoo!
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for us. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then he with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, 58 is the money. Go, 58 is the money. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
56 is the mark. Here we go, here we go. Watch the eye. He's crossing. He's checking cross.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. On the return, it's Kamara. 6-0 our score after 1. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, exit.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Kamara. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Kamara now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch the slip, watch the slip. Hey, look, 3.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
95, 56, 58. Hey, check. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Smooth. Watch the screen.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Pulled in at the 24. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Running with Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make our score 9-0. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always